Nope. I'm good on paying respects on this one. I'm good paying respects on this one because this man's responsible in selling us out to the United States government, and he's responsible for the title African American. I'm not paying respects to this one. I don't pay respects to dead sellouts. So, hey, if you ask me, you're sizzling. You're sizzling right now. And it's crazy that he turned around and tell the United States government that we African American while he claiming to be Cherokee. So like I said, you're sizzling. You can have this one. You can have this one. You paying your respects and you claiming you an Indian and you say, shit, still rest in peace. Use a fool.
As far as Jesse Jackson, my first acting job was at the Apollo Theater when Jesse Jackson was running for president in 1984. It hurts me for him to say anything negative about any rapper because we supported him. He should support us. You know what I'm saying? As far as his image, you know what I'm saying? What was he doing? You know, he should be the last person talking about gun violence when he sat right there while Martin Luther King caught one in the neck. You know what I'm saying?
So I hear that Jesse Jackson has died today, and everything I see, I keep seeing civil rights leader, leader. There's no leader in Jesse Jackson, okay? He was the opportunist. He was paid to be who he was and what he done. Now, everything that I've seen about the MLK assassination had Jesse Jackson right there. It was Jesse Jackson who called the chief of police and told him not to come to work that day. It was just Jesse Jackson who took Martin Luther King to the hotel he knew he shouldn't have been at in the beginning. It was Jesse Jackson who took him to the other hotel that he was assassinated in front of. And it was Jesse Jackson who knocked on MLK's door and told MLK to come out on the balcony where you've seen the iconic picture of MLK looking this desperate and he's smiling.
Black History Month took Jesse Jackson. I don't even know if we care. I don't even know if he did anything worth talking about for black people. I just know that he was always rubbing in the news, rubbing with the presidents, rubbing with white people, acting like he cared so much about black people and problems and bullshit. You feel me? I think that this needs to be the last Black History Month before we start actually acknowledging our heritage. Not the lies that they gave us, their history, not our heritage. And that's why these Africans is coming over here to our land, popping big shit because they can't be included in our heritage. And why they mad because we don't want to be classified as African American, because if you can read and research and look up anything, you would know the reclassification of us. So while we're celebrating Black history, which is just the history that they gave us, we need to be tapping into our Black heritage. They took Jesse. I don't know if we care or not, but he died at 84. I honestly don't give a fuck. And that's just my truth.
I'm not an African American because that started with Jesse in 87 when he was running for office for 88. And a lot of people didn't agree with it then. People said that's not gonna fly. I haven't found an African American yet on the birth certificates in our family. And they tricked the politicians and the black leaders to make it look like we don't exist. And that's what Dr. King had found out. Dr. King said, the Negro people find themselves in exile in their own land. He did not say they brought them from Africa and put them here. He said the Negro people in their own land. Right there is one reason I think today Dr. King is dead. I'm saying this to you as a civil rights leader to a civil rights leader. Dr. King was getting ready to embark, I think, upon some stuff that they wasn't ready for. Both of the truth was coming out. But now the truth's out with internet. The kids pulling up the pictures from the archives, they can't stop it now. Is that?
Get in here, man. So, everybody, did you know Jesse Jackson and Ramona Edlin got sued for inventing the term African American. And Mr. Avis J. Smith, which is the plaintiff, versus Ramona Etling and Reverend Jesse Jackson as the defendant. And here go the case number, if you care to look it up, right here. And the one who sued them, he had wrote a book, and he talks about what happened, right? But the weird thing is about it, you can't find Mrs. Smith's picture nowhere on the internet. And I wonder why. But the book was published in 2015, right? The book focuses on a court case filed in the District Court of Washington against Reverend Jesse Jackson and Ramona Etling by Avis J. Smith in response to a meeting entitled the African American Summit held in 1989. At this meeting, 5 prominent black reverends, right? As you can see the names right here.
The
right?
Dr. King assassination was the most thoroughly planned assassination in American history. Hands down. It was more thoroughly planned and more technically arranged than the JFK assassination. According to Dr. King's attorney, William Pepper, who sued on behalf of the King family and won, proving in court that James Earl Ray did not kill Dr. King, but it was a sharpshooter for the Memphis Police Department on the explicit orders of J. Edgar Hoover. William Pepper, and you can read this for yourself, he interviews one of the Green Berets who were the backup shooters. In case the Memphis sharpshooter would have missed Dr. King as the target, the Green Berets of the U.S. Army were supposed to execute Dr. King. One of the Green Berets is interviewed, and he says that friendlies would not be wearing ties. You are not to shoot anyone who is not wearing a tie, who has a plain, flat collar. Jesse Jackson had a plain, flat collar. How under heaven does the Green Beret, acting on the orders of the U.S. military and the FBI, how in the world did Jesse Jackson get word, Art, that he was not supposed to wear a shirt and tie on the day Dr. King was murdered? And according to William Pepper's book, not my words, his words, it clearly alleges that the good Reverend Jesse Jackson was an accomplice to Dr. King's murder, that in some way, in some shape, in some form, directly or indirectly, he aided and or abetted the execution of the good Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Those are not my words. Read the book and you will see them for yourself.
Remember, Al Sharpton admitted to wearing a wire against the mob. If you are willing to risk your life wearing a wire against the mob, imagine what you'll do against black folks. You feel me? Remember, Jesse Jackson, these are not my words, according to William Pepper, Dr. King family attorney. If you haven't read the book, Orders to Kill and the Assassination of Dr. King, you better read it. He names Jesse Jackson unquestionably as an accomplice to the murder. They say Jesse called off the security at the Divine Lorraine Hotel in Memphis on April 4th. There was a group of black brothers. Like when I go around, I got brothers here doing security for me. Get them a hand, by the way, for helping to keep Dr. Umar safe. So when Dr. King got to Memphis, there was a bunch of brothers who said, "We're going to hold you down on the strength." Jesse Jackson told them they wasn't needed. He called them off. Jesse called them off. And within about an hour, Dr. King was dead. Also, somebody from the Southern Christian Leadership Office called the hotel. Dr. King was on the ground floor. He wasn't supposed to be up in room 306. Somebody from the SCLC office called the hotel and said Dr. King requests that his room be upstairs. They needed him upstairs so the Memphis police officer who killed Dr. King was murdered by a Memphis police officer. The Memphis police officer who murdered Dr. King could get a clean shot. And then the Green Berets, who was the backup shooter, said that they were told that friendlies were not wearing ties. Anybody who was not wearing a tie should not be shot. Why did Jesse Jackson not have a tie on that day?
He didn't want to get shot.
How did he know not to get shot?
He was in on it.
You see? No, Dr. King was suffocated to death in the hospital. Dr. King showed up alive at the hospital, and this is in the book by William Pepper. And how do we know that he was suffocated to death at the hospital? A white nurse. A white nurse in the room said that they pushed us to the side, told us to get out, but she did not leave. She stayed at the door, and she watched the doctor and the FBI agent put over Dr. King's face and suffocated him to death. And just like they said when they killed Fred Hampton, good and dead now.